Welcome back to Grow Tropical Fruits. I was invited out to my friend's place out on the North Shore to check out his fruiting Jaboticaba trees. What I like about his planting here is that he is demonstrating that you can have really tight plantings and still get good fruit production. If you prune them back, it's not that big of a deal. These are 5 feet apart, it looks like. And by the looks of it, they don't have any trouble producing fruits. Take a close look at these. These trees have been planted in the ground for about 10 years and they're probably about 5 years old when they were planted. So roughly 15 years old. And I've been producing fruits for probably about 5 years or so. Look all the way up in the canopy and see fruits going way up there. Like that branch is just completely coated. So if I can zoom in. The fruits take about 30 to 35 days to become ripe from flower. Let's see if I can find any perfectly ripe ones. But I'll just pick one to show you. So large fruit here. So you can see the skin is still a little bit thick where that green layer is around it. That means it's not quite ripe yet. So even though this tastes good and the inside is like edible and sweet, it would be even better if it had like a really soft skin on the outside. One had 4 seeds. They're pretty small seeds. Okay, let's move on to the other tree and take a look at that. So here we have a Plania Aureana, or a white Jaboticaba. It's got some new growth pushing at the top, and it's got some fruit set on it right now. This tree's probably about 15 years old as well. The foliage is very attractive and ornamental on the Aureana. Different shades of pink and salmon color. It makes pretty large leaves. Some pretty good sized fruits developing right now on the tree. Same goes for these. A little squeeze to tell if they're ripe yet. Looks like there's pretty big sized fruits this round in comparison to the last harvest. These ones aren't even done forming yet. They'll get even bigger. Like this one here might be ripe. Let's give it a little twist. Give it a taste. Pretty thin skin. Sweet. Sweeter than the Sabara. 2 medium-sized seeds in there. It's good. With these ones, like I was saying, similar to the Sabara, you can tell by the feeling them. You can also tell by these how they're lighter in color versus the ones that weren't ready up here that are dark in color. Those right there are not as light in color as these down here. So these ones, even though they're firm, they're a little bit more ripe than the other one. That particular fruit had 4 seeds in it. And it wasn't quite ripe yet, but still sweet. So again, this is Aureana white Jaboticaba. He's also got some Tangatuba. You can see this one here. It's got some monsters loaded on it. Try not to touch it so it doesn't fall off early, since they do that a lot. If you come in close, you can see there. Yeah, they're all over. This particular seedling puts out a really good flavor one. Not as sour as others I've tried. So I'm excited to graft this one over eventually. He's got some Cabaludas, yellow Jaboticaba, Mercieria glazioviana. 3 of them here. They just flowered a bunch. They're still in the process of flowering. I'm not sure what it looks like when the fruits first set, so he hasn't gotten any fruit for him yet, and nor have I, but hopefully mine sets fruit or his does. Be able to tell what the fruits look like when they first start to set. Yeah, you can really smell the Tangatuba when the flowers are going. Look at these guys. They're pretty big guys. Already 2-gallon bags. And this thing is still loaded. It's probably got 2 more gallons just on this one tree. Maybe half a gallon on that tree. 1 gallon on that tree, maybe. Even when you think you're done, you come up into the canopy and you're like, oh, there's some more. And these have made some really good sized ones. Like, the majority of them I'm picking are pretty huge. Look how thick this trunk is. It's a fatty. Still picking away, and there's just a ton of them. And they're all really good size. The seeds I'm going to be supplying are going to be from this middle tree because of how productive it is. I don't know that it's any different from the other two, but I mean, it can't hurt picking from a tree that's heavily producing, and a lot of the fruits it's making are really large. So if you want to check out my eBay page, you can find some seeds. I also have an Etsy. The Etsy is Tropical Fruit Trees is the name. But I have Sabara, Aureana, and Kombucha seeds, at least for a limited time on there. This is the 3rd gallon bag I'm filling up from this tree. Now it looks like it's going to have another crop come in, another flowering soon too. Same with Aureana. Oh, I accidentally lost one. Well, it's raining on me. I think I'm done for now.